sure did your part. Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable... Maybe in the short term, but overall it paid off. Thanks to your help, I was able to trace... Unfortunately, so that... If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't... You found them all, and really quickly too. I'm impressed. Did I say thank you? There's no way. Right, sure. Of course. Thanks to your help, I... Unfortunately. So that... If you want to tag along... Great job out there. Did I say thank you? There's no way I could have... Well, not everyone would be, and I appreciate it. Thanks to your help, I was able to trace the... Unfortunately, the sort... So, that's something that I'll need to deal with. If you want to tag along, I certainly... So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go? I don't know. I feel like I'm the one who's going to wind up in trouble. Zoe's got a way of twisting things. Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything.
That scientist out in front of mast, staring at trees, sounds upset. Whatever it is, can't be that bad, right?
Hi, how you doing?
Another day, another shift.
A visit from Mast. How delightful. You'll have to remind me of your name, dear. I'm afraid I can't keep track of all you little worker drones.
I'm Luisa Reyes. Well, you know that, because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, yes, of course you are. And what was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain, checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, just be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what.
Don't worry. Whatever happens, we're prepared to handle the situation.
I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay? That's dramatic, but reassuring, I guess.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and I've been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
You're out there a lot, right? In space? Just do us all a favor and never turn into one of those spacers. Scum of the galaxy.
How
Robbing,
delightful.
stealing.
You'll have to remind me of your name.
Even in the well, the Trade Authority continues to flourish. Makes you sick, doesn't it?
Because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, yes. of
Excuse me.
course You are. And was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry. What?
We traced the drain, checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, just be ready for anything.
Don't worry. Whatever happens, we're prepared to handle the situation.
I don't want this to turn out violent. Okay, you're probably right. Just need to breathe.
I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you, I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and have been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the details with Zoe. So why don't you go investigate the next junction box? Maybe Zoe really is telling the truth.
I think I got them.
I wish I could go with you on your ship, but I'm not old enough. I wish I lived on a spaceship.
Hey, that isn't yours.
Hey there. You should be getting close.
Hello? Is this functional? I insist that you provide updates for any suspicious activity. Is that clear?
And Zoe's here too, if you hadn't guessed. We've agreed to work together on this. Once you throw the switch, we can direct you to the next junction box. That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here. Okay, you're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics.
You can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level. I appreciate... that you provide updates for any suspicious activity. Is that clear?
And Zoe's here too, if you hadn't guessed. We've agreed to work together on this. Once you throw the switch, we can direct you to the next junction box. That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here. Okay, you're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics.
You can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level. I appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. We'll have this solved in short order.
Zoe, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay?
Adequately done. Miss Reyes and I have both noted that the next node in this trace is not on any of the current diagrams.
She means it's not on the well. It's somewhere on the surface. Which technically means it's not my responsibility.
However,
we agreed that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll pull up the diagrams we need.
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs. But I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
On the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that.
One never knows when information might be useful.
Okay, well, we're going to discuss that later. I'll check in once you flip the switch. Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections.
Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower.
Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related. See if you can get up there.
Nicely done.
I'm meeting my girlfriend for drinks.
I wasn't planning on taking this one.
This death ambush almost resulted in disaster. 6 Crimson Fleet vessels.
You know, I went to chef school. This ain't exactly where I saw myself.
You know you can't give Zoe anything, don't you? So you tracked it down. You've got something to show for it? Are you kidding me? After everything, you're just going to hand it over to her? So you tracked it down. A minute for what exactly? If you got something, I really need it. I have to show my boss that I haven't been wasting time.
I will make it worth your while to take a look at what you found. Do you have something for me? How predictable and disappointing. Do you... I'm glad you made the right decision. I'll look this over and make sure that Mast gets just as much as they need, not a bit more. The Trade Authority will not forget what you've done for us. Oh my, someone was attempting to hack data? And at a glance, it appears they may have had some success. This will make for some entertaining late-night reading. Well, Miss Reyes, it's been such a pleasure having you here. I'll be sure and pass along my compliments to your superiors.
I hope whatever that is, it's worthless to you. And you know, I'm still not sure you weren't behind this all along, whatever this is.
I'm sorry to hear you say that. I was trying to be sincere. Well, in any event, thank you for a wonderful diversion from my usual work.
There are always about a million things to do. And I'm only one person. It's so overwhelming.
It's cliché, but it's true. Everything has a price. And whatever it may be, I can afford it.
I have 3 projects that are backburnered right now because no one has time to help me. 3!
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts everywhere.
Welcome to the Trade Authority. If you're here on legitimate... If, however, you are here under false pretense, say, sent by one Miss Tsang of UC Distribution, then I'm afraid you'll find nothing illegitimate here. So, what'll it be? No one should... Please, let me know if I... You won't find a better solution. That depends. If you have a ship and are willing to haul cargo, then we've got some work. Otherwise, you're gonna have to be more specific. We frequently post cargo running jobs up on the mission boards around town. Check them out. I've heard our jobs pay well, and on the off chance that's not what you're looking for, well, I can't really help you then. If you need anything else, you know.
Thanks for all that work. You can give me what you found now. So you tracked it down. You've got something to show for it? Great. I'll get this back to Mass for analysis. I'm not stupid. I know Zoe probably made you an offer. I appreciate that you didn't take it, and I'm really glad we got to work together on this. Looks like maybe someone thought they could hack into Galabank's system. In fact, looks like maybe they did. Still want to claim you had nothing to do with this, Zoe?
My dear, why in the world would I want to break the law? And Galbank, no less. I do quite enough business with them as it is.
All right. Well, I'll have some people look over this. Maybe they'll be in touch.
I very much doubt that.
See you around.
The Trade Authority has access to goods and services no one else does. No one.
I totally understand that Mast has a tremendous amount to keep track of. I just wish it wasn't always my work that falls through the cracks. They said there are always about 1 million. I have 3 projects that I totally understand that Mast has a tremendous amount to keep track of. I just wish it wasn't.
If there's something you need, no matter what it is, either I have it or I can get it. Welcome to the Trade Authority. If, however, you are here under, then I'm afraid you'll find nothing illegitimate here. So, what'll it be? Perhaps, but I'm quite confident in my business, and I refuse to be in. Please, let me know. We've been in New Atlantis for with lots of infrastructure already in place, ample storage, and it's had the unintentional, but not unwelcome, side effect. I thought the name made it rather obvious. Whether it's bulk cargo, specialty items, we have shipping lanes across the settlement. That depends. If you have a ship and are willing to haul cargo, then we've got some work. We frequently post. Check them out. I've heard our jobs pay well, and on the off chance that's... Many different parties use the mission board to post jobs for freelancers and the like. You'll usually find mission boards in bars, typically ones nearest a spaceport. You might be able to find them elsewhere, but that's your best bet. Thing about the trade business? Of course, of course. pleasure dealing with you.
What's with the staring? You need something?
A nap before we leave?
for landing at Aquila City.
Beginning landing site.
It's still under
I wish all the pods worked like Aquila City. No nonsense. Yes. Can I get an invoice?
What'd you need one of those for?
Corporate policy.
Is it okay if I just write it on a notepad?
As long as it's written and signed, it could be on a loaf of bread.
Need some work done? Hey, what can I do for you? I'm sure you can find something you'll...
Got another freighter that needs clearance on New Homestead after this.
Hold it. By order of Marshal Daniel Blake, I need to inform you we've got some trouble at Gal Bank. Folks might be in danger, so you may want to steer clear. It's just behind me on the right. The place is on lockdown, so you should steer... Not usually, but he took charge of the situation because the bank robbers are part of the Shaw gang. The marshals had a lot of... Well, all I know is there was an attempted... You'd have to ask the marshal. I guess that'd be the marshal's call. Frankly, it ain't going well. Maybe a little outside.
Sam has told me so many stories about Aquila City. I feel as though I've lived here all my life. Did you know I used to have an office near the top of Mast? How far the mighty have fallen, eh?
Day, man.
You too. Been a long time. Time to go? Not interested.
Hello. I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss the details of my division's work. The fewer people there are thinking about Aegis on a daily basis, the easier my job is. We're the intelligence arm of the United Colonies. Think of it this way. UC Security responds to threats. It's... No. My parents would never have been so presumptuous. Every agent who joins Aegis gets to choose a pseudonym. Pending approval, of course. I chose this for myself when I signed on. I have, of course, since learned that I am not nearly as smart as I thought I was. I'm the acting head of Aegis, the Intelligent. I oversee all our active projects. All you really need to know is that we're here to serve. Our main priority is the safety and we keep an eye on. Well, that's a level of detail I can't get in. That is a word that has been used, both for good. You get used to it after a while, and it makes the occasions where you can all the more. They've got you doing grunt work, Captain. Hardly the reward I'd expect for a member of the Vanguard. Well, that attitude and initiative is probably what made you a captain in the first place. Oh, it wasn't a compliment, just an observation. In any case, let me fill you in. We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised. So I'd like someone from UC Security to handle the pickup instead. Take the package back to Sergeant Yumi and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to Aegis. Well, I told the sergeant that anyone hired for this job should get my stamp of approval first. Nothing personal. It's just this sort of work isn't part of your normal detail. We think non-UC affiliated groups have their eye on it, and are using it. Normally, we just burn the location, but we didn't get this intel until after the drop. So we're going to need non-Aegis person. Take the NAT to the spaceport. There should be a Galbank ATM right next to the station. The package is taped under one of the benches. Grab it and deliver it to Sergeant Yumi and the job's done. Just the usual reports from agents in the field on persons of interest. Right now, the information isn't as important as who we're tracking. Good luck with the mission.
Scanned as you enter the city.
How's the investigation going? Still have questions? Go ahead now. Nicely done. It's really hard to find good help these days. That being said, my luck seems to be turning around. We've gotten a lot of new personnel as of late, not just you. Who knew all I had to do was put up a sign? As am I. And the best part is, since you're all part-timers, there's no paperwork. Anyway, here's your payment. And if I have any more work for you, I'll let you know.
straight into space.
You're looking splendid today, Captain. This is so cool. Being part of your crew is just the best. You are the greatest. No, better than the greatest. I know that's grammatically impossible, but somehow you managed to do it. I'm doing an oral history of Constellation's most decorated members. It's just me repeating your name into a data slate for 5 hours.